Hello, welcome to week 2 of BA224 Human Resource Management, and I'm glad you're back. I hope you had a wonderful time last week learning about the course and also learning about the content in Chapter 1. We know that last week you get familiar with our Moodle site and where everything is located, and you notice that the Zoom meetings are here. You click on this link to meet with me at my times, and remember up here and on the syllabus, we know that I'm available to Zoom with you or talk on the phone or whatever you'd like on Monday, Wednesday from 10 to 11 and Tuesday, Thursday from 1 to 2. Now, those are not the only times I can meet with you. If you'd like to schedule an appointment at a different time than that, please email me and let me know. But other than learning about that stuff last week, you really dove into Chapter 1, which is really the nature of human resource management. And you kind of hopefully started to understand the contemporary issues and perspectives of HR in this day and age. And there were a lot of things that you read that kind of were disjointed a little bit, but hopefully the big takeaway were that you understood a little bit more about what human resource, what they are, what the managers do, and kind of perspectives of professionalism and careers. So hopefully that's what you took away. You did lots of assignments, you read the chapter, you gave us a post so we knew who you are, and it's been fun to kind of see everybody and get to meet you digitally. And you did some comprehension questions. I haven't graded those yet, but I just wanted to remind you as you go through this week and week 2 and all the weeks, remembering that when you answer those questions, it's super important that you're using content from the chapters to show understanding. So don't just answer it. Make sure you're looking at information from your chapters and you're putting that in your answer so that I can see that you actually understood what you were reading and just not making statements. The other thing you noticed is that we have these check boxes in our class so you can kind of check off when you've done stuff. If it has a solid line, you can check it manually. If it is a dotted line, it won't check off until you've at least clicked in the activity and or submitted something. So they work a little bit differently, but that's what those are. Okay, on to week 2. We have some changes to make to our course, unfortunately, and we're going to talk about that very first. Because the first thing that you're going to see under homework is that, oh my gosh, we have to sign up for free digital access. What's happening? Why is that going on? So let me talk to you a little bit about what is happening. So I want you to remember our assignment schedule, right? We know that we found that at the top of our Moodle site, and we clicked on the assignment schedule after we read the syllabus. I'm going to close up week 1. So we know that we have due dates that are staggered throughout the week. We have kind of the readings due for the week on Wednesday. So readings and take the quiz so that you now have time with all the content that you've learned then to do your TED Talk Flipgrid posts or forums, whatever we have for that week, and then to do your questions, the questions that are asking you to think more deeply about that chapter and to show your understanding through your essay answers. But we know over here on the far right, by Sunday we have replies to either our forums or our Flipgrid posts, but we also used to have something here that said simulation. And now you'll notice I've changed that to something called Media Quiz in MindTap. So the simulation that we normally use for this class from Cengage, from your book, is no longer, they had to change it due to all this stuff happening. So it is no longer there. So what they're doing is that you now all, whether you got the used book or a new book, whatever, you have free access to all of their online materials. So what does that mean for us? So I want you to look in week 2 at the very top of the homework section, and it says sign up for free digital access. We will only complete simulation, quotes, media quizzes in this site. So you're going to sign up for your free resources so that you can complete these media quizzes, which are going to allow us to take a scenario and apply what we're learning, which we did used to do that in a simulation. And that's super important, right? We can learn all this stuff, but if we can't practice applying it, we don't remember it as well. So you're going to download this and look at it. And I think, let's see, it's not that, it's this. This is a PDF that's in that file you'll download, and you'll kind of read through it. And at the very top, it's going to give you, the PDF doesn't have a live link on this. So if you can go to login.cengage.com, and you may or may not have an account. You probably don't, but I want you to create another account. You're a new student, and you're going to create your account. And then you're going to go over here to number 2 and start your free access. You sign in, you click Start Trial on the sidebar, which is right here. And you're going to have full access to Cengage for more than 14 days. So this is a free access is what they've told me, because we don't have the simulations available anymore. So you're going to go ahead and do that, and then you are going to come over here and add materials. Now it's going to have you read through this instructions, and you can search for the ISBN, but basically if you look back at this area, there's a Cengage course link. So once you set your account up, you can use this course link or the course key to get to the link. If you have trouble doing any of that, notice down here we have cengage.com/COVID-19 support student. You can reach out to them and they will help you. And please also let me know if it's having troubles. Notice down here, any student in a course whose spring term has been affected by COVID is eligible for free access to Cengage for the length of that course. So that's why we're getting it for the whole time. Anyway, so please try to do that. Let me know how that goes for you. The very first thing that you'll need to use that site for will be next Sunday. On the 19th, you're going to be completing both a Chapter 2 and a Chapter 3 media quiz in MindTap. So what does that look like? Once you're in the course, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have all the chapters along the bottom. And then when you click on the chapter, at the top, it gives you the different sections of the chapter. There's a review. You also have some practice flashcards. There's lots of things here that you can do. These aren't required for you to use. You don't have to use them, but they're there if you like. You also have study boards that you can grab and do practice quizzes of yourself for different concepts maybe you were missing. So don't worry about that. But the assignments in this area are only, this is the assignment calendar. I'm just showing it to you. Yours will look a little bit different, but notice the only things you're doing in here starting April 19th is a Chapter 2 media quiz, Chapter 3 media quiz, the 26th Chapter 4. So you see that every Sunday, by Sunday night, you have that week's chapters media quiz due. Okay, so I just want you to recognize that that is a change. I'm very sorry. It is going to be taking place of the simulation because they no longer are offering that simulation because there are some issues and it wasn't working correctly. So we have this new option. When you're in here doing these assignments, once you complete it, you don't have to upload or do anything. You just complete it, and then I will be transferring your grade from here back to our course, and I will be putting your scores in this link. So don't upload anything to this link. I'll be putting your scores in there. Okay, sorry I rambled on a little bit about that, but do let me know how that goes for you. So once you get all of that done, and I'd kind of like you to do that first to make sure you're in there, because then you have access to all those extra study guides if you choose to use them. This week, you're going to be reading about kind of some legal stuff, some legal contexts of HR. You're going to be reading about some laws on discrimination and equal employment, labor relations, and you're also going to be talking about international labor relations, reading about that. You're also going to be doing 2 chapters, and notice in week 2 I have these objectives. This is chapter 2, section 1, section 2, section 4, section 5, and in chapter 3 I'm really focusing on international labor relations, which is in section 5, but do read the whole chapters. They're fairly short, so that you can do not only the reading quiz, but also the discussion questions, and you'll have all that information you need. Okay, with that, I'm gonna bid you adieu and tell you to please reach out if you have any questions. Thanks so much. I'm super excited to be working with all of you, and have a great week too. Hopefully I'll see you in some of our Zoom office hours if you need anything. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.